Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine on the Navy Sports Network. Time to shine a light on women's tennis with junior Kacey Moore out of Wellington, Florida. Kacey, for you and your teammates, as I've asked every athlete that we've talked to on these interviews, just what is this year? How do you describe it? Certainly not only just as a student at the Naval Academy, but certainly as one that aspires as a Division I tennis player as well. Just what has this year been like for you and your teammates?
I would say it's definitely been a challenge. Dealing with a lot of adversity. No one's really dealt with this, so I would say that we're all handling it the best that we can, and putting in the time, the work, and the effort during practice, and hopefully it's going to translate during the match. So definitely, it's been a lot of adversity, a lot of challenges to overcome, but I think we're making the most of it.
Has it given you a sense of, we often talk about how challenging this place is, but has it given you a sense of, hey, if we can overcome this type of adversity, then we can pretty much overcome anything right now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the adversity that we're dealing with now definitely has helped us translate it into matches during match time. I would say that it makes us tougher. I mean, we already come from a tough place, but it definitely helps us transition during the match time too.
You guys are going to be hosting the Patriot League tournament. Is there any advantage to having this on your home court at all?
I would say definitely, especially outside. We've kind of got a slower pace courts comparatively to West Point or Lehigh. They're a little bit quicker. So I'm really excited to host Patriots, and I feel like we're going to do a great job. And I'm just super pumped.
You come from Florida. There's no shortage of tennis courts in the state of Florida. It's easy to find people to hit with all the time, I'm sure, growing up. But as a four-star recruit, someone that probably could have gone any number of places, even within your own state, with all the different levels of teams that play, why was the Naval Academy that important to you?
Definitely coming from a military family played a big role into that. Also, just the sense of service really meant a great deal to me. I love the team atmosphere. I love the coaches. I just love that everything that this place stood for.
I was going to say, the one constant with all the tennis players I've talked to through the years is their admiration and affection for Keith and Allie as coaches. What do they mean, and what makes them so special, and why does everybody seemingly love these two individuals so much within this program?
I would say they're probably one of the most selfless people that I've ever met. They'll do anything for you at the drop of a hat. And they really, really care about their players. It's not just about results. It's just funny how you could go out to practice one day and something might be bothering you back from the hall, or your mind might be elsewhere, and they pick up on it instantly. It's just, they know each and every one of us to a degree that is unrivaled from, any other coach at any other sports team.
Do we underappreciate maybe sometimes in coaching the fact that your coaches do identify things like your mental health and trying to help you through situations like that, and see more than just the racket and the ball as a tennis player with you?
Well, I would say, like I said before, our coaches do such an amazing job with just knowing us individually, knowing what works for us, knowing our game styles, and our strengths and our weaknesses. So I think that definitely they do a good job with, knowing what we need to do better to improve our mental health, or just being aware in general of when we're a little off. And they do a great job of bringing us back to reality and bringing us back to, the team atmosphere and what works for us.
Analytically, this season has robbed many of you all as athletes from wins, opportunities to compete, but certainly you've been able to put up some terrific numbers through your career here at the Naval Academy. I want to start on the doubles side first, because this is always fascinating to me as someone who likes to watch tennis, and particularly to watch doubles. You play with a number of different partners here at the Naval Academy. What is the key to developing chemistry with those partners and finding a way to be successful out there more often than not, as you've been able to be during the course of your career?
Yeah, so I think to start, open line of communication, that's the biggest deal in doubles. Um, and then also knowing your partner's strengths and weaknesses. I know for me, I like to be active at the net, so it's a really big deal if my partner, um, has a big serve and what they decide to do with it. If I tell them to go, down the tee or out wide on their service placement, then that's a big deal to me to be able to move forward and um, get started on the point. So I think definitely knowing the strengths and weaknesses of my partner and just communication.
When you're playing singles, you're out there on the island all by yourself outside of, opportunities when you change and things of that nature. During the course of games, maybe you get a brief time to get that time out, but otherwise it's just you on the island out there. What's the key to survival in singles play as a player out there?
Well, I know for me, this might seem kind of cliche, but sometimes whenever I'm struggling mentally, I just remember back to, well, actually, I guess I first glanced down at my shirt because it says Navy. And for me, that holds such significance. And I don't try to make it like personal or individual. I try to relate back to the team atmosphere and that I'm playing for my team and I'm playing for Navy and I'm playing for my country. So I think definitely um, just not focusing on me or getting negative with myself, just staying positive and remembering who I'm playing for.
Just the fact that you all are having some semblance of a season, and more importantly, getting to host the Patriot League championships here at your facility. What does that mean to you and your teammates? Just the fact that you're actually going to have a chance to compete for a championship and a potential shot at the NCAA tournament here.
It means so much. I think that, we put in so much hard work during the week, and those few weeks where we were in Rome and when we didn't have like a normal season or a chance to play our usual schedule, it hurt extra bad and it was hard to kind of bring motivation during the week. But I think now getting the opportunity just makes it that much sweeter. And I hope that everything that we've been working super hard on during practice translates over to our matches.
You mentioned being from a military family, and where did the love of tennis come from for you? When did that start? And obviously you realized that, hey, maybe I can take this to the Division I level and get a great education as well.
I think I started getting really serious about tennis when I was probably 10. I played my first tournament and I lost pretty badly, but I remember bouncing back quickly and I actually won the consolation round. So I just have always been able to put a positive spin on things. And I think that initially when I was 10, I got started with tennis at a camp. Actually, it was half swimming, half tennis. And my mom said what I liked about the camp, and I said I didn't like the swimming part. So yes, it was.
Kacey, appreciate the time. Best of luck to you and your teammates coming up in the Patriot League tournament. We wish you the best.